It is draw number 14 of our coverage of the 2022 Paralympic Winter Games inside the Beijing National Aquatic Center, known as the Ice Cube for wheelchair curling. In our featured draw, a 5-3 Canada team coming off a big win over Great Britain earlier on day 5, taking on Estonia for the first time these two countries meet in Paralympic wheelchair curling history. Estonia 2-5, out of the race for a top 4 spot, but looking to play a little bit of spoiler. Alongside 3-time Paralympic gold medalist Sonia Godet, my name is Matt Cullen, and the final draw of the day, Sonia, is a very big one for the Canadians. Winning the last 2 draws in this round robin would likely solidify a spot. A loss make things a lot more complicated.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this session of wheelchair curling. Let's give a round of applause to this session's competing teams.
Shu Ra, the Chinese lantern child,
on sheet A,
symbolizing friendship, warmth, courage, and perseverance of the Paralympic athletes.
Let's meet Team Estonia. Katlin Riedebach,
Estonia versus
39 years old, Paralympic debut, along with the rest of her team. Mait Matas, former tennis player. Lori Murasov, the vice skip. The skip is Andre Kotamai. For the Canadians, no changes from the previous game. Mark Idison, the skip, the big heart from Dennis Thiessen playing second. The vice skip for Team Canada from the beautiful BC interior, Ina Forrest. And throwing last rocks from Dunsford, Ontario, John Thurston. Got off to a bit of a rocky start against Great Britain, but really finished strong, Sonia.
He did, you know, came in after the 4th end break and really executed some great shots, and I think we've got our John back.
Top 4 make the semifinal right now. Canada, Latvia, and Slovakia are all in a log jam. Here's a look at what Estonia has done so far. They've beaten Latvia, they've beaten Norway, but they've lost 3 in a row since then to fall out of the race. They're also coached by Chris Bowden, a London, Ontario native.
Games will begin in 1 minute.
Here's a look at what the Canadians have done so far. A much needed win after a 3-game losing streak.
Yeah, this game is also a much needed win. Cannot let your guard down with any team. And Canada needs as many wins as they possibly can accumulate from here on in and keep their spot in the top 4. Who knows what's happening in all the other games and how it all unfolds.
China and Sweden lead the way with 6 wins apiece. Canada 5-3, Slovakia 5-3, Latvia 4-3. The standings are very tight. Draw 14 set to go. It's a big one for the Canadians. They do battle against the Estonians. Estonians will throw the red stones. They've won the hammer after the last stone draw. 2 good draws. The Canadians were off the mark. So Mark Idison has Canada back to wearing the white jackets, the white uniforms for the final game of day 5.
And when the teams are wearing their light colored uniforms, they're throwing the lighter colored stones, in this case, the yellow.
shot, Marco.
And when they're wearing their darker colors, they're throwing the red stones.
Kolm teist pool.
14.
14.
14 pool.
14 pool.
Kathleen Riedebach competed at the 2020 World Championships. Finished 10th there, part of Estonia's first ever qualification for a Paralympic winter game in wheelchair curling. Only began the sport in 2019, 3 years ago.
Starts off the game right away with a corner guard.
Mark Idison coming off a
lot better.
90% performance against
First one, or?
Yeah,
Great Britain,
it's like it feels a lot different.
throwing lead stones, calling the game for Canada.
A little heavier, 12-4-4.
I wonder if that's the case. I wonder if he wants to throw that rock first.
That one first and then the other one.
That was slower one second. Tule järgi lihtsalt.
Jah.
Asetus.
Some conversations there around Mark's stones.
13 pool.
Noticing
13 pool.
his second rock is traveling faster than his first, and maybe that's the one that he should be throwing first.
Tuli.
This is Canada's third game on Sheet B. They opened the round robin with a 7-3 win over the People's Republic of China, and then had that heartbreaking defeat on day 4, the 9-8 loss to Slovakia. So they've had one of their best performances, and then they've had some heartbreak.
Knock the broom over, Dennis.
Should curl up here in this path.
Yeah, started off the competition really, really strong, and then had some struggles along the way, and
Like the throw.
I think they're on their way back.
Shot.
Great shot by Dennis. House looking already quite yellow.
13 pool.
Vastu tulla, jah?
Yeah.
This is Canada's second to last game in the round robin. And qualification for the semifinal is far but secured. They do need wins. At least one, likely two, to be in medal contention. Mait Matas, the 52-year-old second for Estonia, former wheelchair tennis star.
Right is second.
Yep.
13. 13? Yeah.
Dennis throwing a 13-second draw to the middle. 13 seconds between hog lines. It's a draw weight. Get Dennis to top 4.
Girl. Shot. Beauty. Girl.
It's a great shot.
Shot.
13.
Throw.
Nice throw.
Already a very interesting first end Lots of rocks in
Correct.
play.
Yeah.
Yeah, lots of rocks in play already.
Ojat.
Estonia finally choosing to throw a hit here.
Ei oo ihan.
Niin.
Ojan.
Millä nyt?
Ei se mitäkin teet siis.
Yhdellä tuli ikään.
Vähän vettä paremmin. Meie oma jääb peale.
92. Ai ei peale või? Same thing, eh? I think it's, yeah.
It's the third time in Canada's 9 games that they have not won the hammer in the first end. They've been good on the
What'd you have on Dennis's?
first stone draws.
13.
Yeah,
Checked out
I
the
like
last
that.
stone draws.
Ina just throwing another draw in there, following the same path that Dennis just threw. Another 13-second draw. Ina's been in a
Good,
chair
just
for
in.
41 years after a car accident at 21 years old. Her and some volleyball teammates were hit by a drunk driver up in Fort St. John, and she sustained a T10 incomplete spinal cord injury. Ina curls at the Vernon Curling Club. We both live just 20 minutes apart from each other and spend lots of time curling on the same teams in the able-bodied leagues and being coached by Sharon Morrison at the Vernon Club and Jan Morey, always helping us alongside Sharon Morrison.
There's Lori Murasov, the 45-year-old vice skip. Paralympic debut.
Tässä minä kyllä.
Bla bla.
He has played wheelchair tennis and basketball before switching to curling.
Okei.
9, niin
Ja järven peale kahdistaan.
joo.
It's a theme in this Estonian team and their first Paralympic Winter Games. They've started in other sports and moved towards
I
curling.
think same thing.
Yeah, curling isn't always one of those sports that you first think about trying. I've read a lot of the stories here about the athletes competing. They maybe didn't think curling was something they'd like until they got out on the ice and learned more about the sport. I know that that's exactly what happened to myself. Just asked to
It's
help
nice and positive, eh?
with a bathroom renovation at the curling club and had no intention of rolling out onto the ice and throwing some rocks, but
12-7.
was strongly encouraged to, and before you knew it, fell in love with the sport as well.
Good spot.
Ina Forrest bringing another yellow into the house. 4th Paralympic Winter Games, 2-time Paralympic gold medalist, and one of the forces behind Canada's strong performance in Beijing.
Most arguably probably one of the best female curlers in the world right now. Ina's a strong and consistent performer. His chair
That's
moves a
good.
lot when he delivers.
Kahdeksan, 7.
Making contact with the 2 at the back. So into
You gotta feel that one.
4th stones.
Well,
Substitute back.
we're
If
doing
we
the back
lose
there.
ours.
I think we just hit this one.
Yeah, okay. I see why. Yeah.
Anything on that, jams here.
Okay.
Yep.
Just wanting to.
That'll
It'd have to be a pretty precise guard. I think we just hit this.
Okay.
That or we
9.
guard it.
From here?
8.5, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we could guard.
We could guard too, Mark.
Okay.
Mark wants to stay away from.
What weight?
9. Like,
9?
yeah, good 9.
Okay.
Stay away from that red that's just in front of our shot rock. Wants to keep that looking exactly the way it is and choosing to go at the rock in the wing.
Good to good.
Oh, and Thurston gets the job done. Guard was the possibility as well, the other possibility.
kui ma löön isegi, siis ta nagunii läheb siia, on ju, tõenäoliselt, kui läheb mööda. Aga võib-olla ei ole mõtet nagu väga kõva.
Yeah, certainly guard is an option there. I'm not entirely sure why Mark was not wanting to do that, but
jah, võta sinna punase või valge või? See on 9 suunda.
So we'll see the first of 2 stones from Andre Koitmai, 51-year-old skip from Tallinn, Estonia. Also at 2 World Championships, helping his country qualify. Those 2 in 2019, 2020. A former wrestler before his accident and a Estonian national youth champion in wrestling.
he's been in a chair since the age of 24 due to a car accident where he sustained a spinal cord injury. Similar stories of many of the athletes here competing.
Kiire ala. Kiire ja välja veits.
Äkki põrkab sealt, läks täitsa välja, jah?
Ei tea, jah.
Don't know if that one's gonna come back.
It did not.
Did not.
9 pool.
Koitmai's best game as the skip came a
Come
couple of
down
games
to
ago.
her. Yeah. Yeah.
69% for the Estonian skip.
I'm taking
Loss
the fights
against
and
Sweden.
Cover ours for sure.
Yeah.
Cover theirs.
Probably want to just over curl center, I think.
Okay.
Center line.
Looking for a guard. In line with our shot rock.
We thinking like 13.25?
Yeah, I like it.
Nice line.
Well,
Going a little bit deep.
slips in.
Oh, no. Oh, that's all right.
Dennis not feeling too confident about that. Oh no, oh no.
You think we're sitting too?
Ah? Lauri?
Yeah.
Ei tea, 2 korda. Ma tulen sealtpoolt. kuhu ta peaks tabama, otse pähe või?
Well, that small tap changes things. Last rock for Estonia.
It does.
Maybe a chance to score 2 here.
Yeah, he does have a chance for 2. To really make sure that GTX is on that GTX head is on the handle properly before you deliver the stone. Make sure it doesn't slide off. It's a bit of a tricky head to learn how to throw with.
Koitmai's final stone in the first end. Upweight shot. And a chance to score. I don't think so. Looks like the 1 yellow, so the Canadians on the board first. Had rocks in play early.
Managed to guard that lone yellow stone.
That was an interesting end.
Certainly was. Canadians up 1 after 1.
More of the same, I guess, or we're just going to have rocks in play.
So I think my first. Kasi, like so now.
It's a very key game for Canada. Looking to secure a spot in the semifinals.
For your second rock.
2 games left in the round robin, including this one.
Thought it got away nicer.
Sonia, the Canadians seem to be quite comfortable without the hammer, putting lots of rocks in play and
12,
pressing Estonia into a couple of tough shots.
Yeah, they certainly are. Just throwing rocks in the ring. Getting a really different feeling from them out on the ice right now. It's feeling like they're back to themselves, confident about the ice and the rocks. Already hearing some more communication between the team.
Tuleme kohe järgi või? Või paneme kaitse kõigepealt?
Järgi.
Lauri? Tule serva kaitse.
Vist on jah, või keerab tagasi, võib-olla on. Ei, see keerab tagasi. Keerab tagasi, on kiirus paras, jah.
Estonia started this wheelchair curling tournament with a 2-2 record.
Ma ütlesin tegelikult serva kaitse, aga no okei.
Väga hea.
Losses to China and the United States. Wins over Latvia and Norway. Their first ever Paralympic wheelchair curling wins. But they've fallen into a 3-game losing streak, including a loss on the first draw of day 5 to the South Koreans by a count of 5-2.
We're just gonna take this stone out. Oh, and that one curled lots.
Mick Lismore, the 34-year-old head coach for Canada.
Mark may have got a little tight on the broom there.
13 pool.
13 pool, jah.
7 years ago, Caitlin,
Kui ta mitte
while
ei
pregnant with her second child, cyst was discovered on her neck, which caused pressure on her spinal cord, resulting in a spinal cord injury.
13 pool. Nagu küsid.
Jah.
And she just began wheelchair curling in 2019 at the age of 37.
And there is the Canadian head coach, Chris Bowden from London, Ontario, coaching the Estonian program.
How about the 4-foot one? No?
So someone that knows maybe a thing or two about the Canadian strategy.
He does.
He's
He's been around Team Canada and some of the players that have been on the team over the years. Mark being one of them.
Not again.
Not again, Dennis says. Just got away on him or just outside the broom.
8-1.
Couple of misses for the Canadians in the second.
Too wide.
good to Dennis.
Vaid sul on seda lihtsam ka võib-olla, on ju?
Jah.
Kolmteist kuskil.
Estonia just putting some more rocks in play.
3-pool.
Spreading them out,
Inside
making
out.
it harder for
Out turn.
Canada to take more than one at a time.
Lähevad võtta rolli.
Oh, looking for a double here, though.
Should be a little straighter up the hill here. 8.5.
Knock the broom over, Dennis.
Some words of encouragement from John that work for Dennis. Knocked the broom over.
Well, we know a hit's coming. When we hear those words and looking for a double
For
take
a
out
double
here.
here, yeah. Oh, it just got to the center of the stone.
No kas otse pähe või natuke siia, üle ei tohi keerata. Tuled niimoodi, jah? 9-ga, Mait.
Jah.
Canada's final round robin game will be on day 6 against Norway. A team that has already played 9 games, will finish against Canada, 4-5 record. Likely out of the medal contention.
Aga noh.
Oh, I am sorry.
They would need
Nice
a
hit.
ton of help.
Yeah.
Dennis was quite full with his, but it ran.
That worked out for them. Team Canada having the opportunity to
Good
practice their
to in on that one, eh?
takeouts on this end. That one really took off on her as well.
Couple of misses for the Canadians in this second end.
Get wide, did I?
Murasov.
Oh, 13, 6, 13, 7 aeg.
Putting a third in the rings for Estonia.
Nine?
9.
Ina getting another chance to take that rock out. Just gonna make extra sure she's right on the broom this time. Don't ever want to give Ina the same shot twice.
I did.
Not far off from a double
Aga
takeout.
on hea siin või ütleme
For anybody watching who might be interested in trying out some Paralympic sport, and not sure what sport you want to try, or if you know of anybody looking to get into Paralympic sport, check out Paralympic.ca, the Canadian Paralympic Committee, and learn about all the sports that are available. There's so many different Paralympic sports and adaptive activities to get involved in.
Okay. I like 8.5. Okay.
Maybe enjoy a
Dennis
sport
is finished here.
that you did prior to an accident or something new.
jah, võitleme.
Okay.
Okay, John.
There's quite a few red rocks in the house.
Pressure is on. John Thurston. Hit and roll.
Great shot.
Canada kept the pressure on Estonia in the first end, but it's been the other way around in the second.
Natuke sinnapoole.
Yes, it has.
Two rocks for the Estonian skip. Andre Koitmai.
Mitte nii palju. 9-2.
Väga hea. Like this. Okay. Same weight.
Same weight?
Yeah, liked it.
What weight?
8.5.
John throwing a hit and roll here. Same weight as he just threw.
Think it'll run similar to the other side?
Yeah, I do, because Ina was good to good, and it still got the backside. Ran pretty straight.
Big last rock for John Thurston, trying to limit Estonia.
That one's really taking off.
Doesn't love it.
No, he doesn't love it.
And rolls
That was a
out,
good
and
throw.
it's
It just curled more this way.
going to leave Estonia a chance to score 3 points.
I think John had a thought that that might be what it was going to do.
Liiga palju ju.
Final stone.
12,5.
Äkki läheb vastu punast. Vastu punast läheb siit peale.
And it is too heavy. So the Canadians catch a break. And the Estonians take 2, but leave a point on the board.
Just slid by that stone.
Well, I mean,
That could have slowed it down for him.
kiirus oli
Ei no ma tulingi natukene sellisel
In a game the Canadians would love to have. It's Estonia 2, Canada 1. Canadians catch a break after the Estonian miss in the second. It's 2-1. And Sonia, Canadians with the hammer now for the first time in this game.
kaitse 14.
13-6, 13-7, 13-7. Ei tulnud peale.
It's a great stone there. Just outside the 12-foot.
12.75.
Mark's going to put one to the wing now. Pretty much start off every end this way when they have the hammer. Draw to the wing or a corner guard. It's just gonna get to the rings.
Shot. Just it does curl that way to the board. You can afford to take more. Eh?
Yeah, I think it curls the other way too.
Some conversation there around needing to take more ice. They've seen a few rocks go down there. It's really curling.
liiga suure kaarega läheb. Jääb lühike.
Looking to get in behind her beautiful guard.
Jääb taha peale.
It's gonna go a little deep here.
Ei peale. No, paremaks kui see kollane on, võta see kollane on.
This is shot.
They are?
Yes.
You can just draw down to it.
Okay.
You guys like that?
Yeah. 12. I had 12.57 on there.
Yeah.
It's lucky to get down in front of that stone.
A little less, I think, for this one.
Mark's stick is almost 8 feet long. And Dennis and John also have really long sticks. Ina chooses something a little bit shorter. And Mark's was explaining to me that it makes it a lot
Good, Mark.
easier to execute and get a nice line to the broom.
Good job, Marco.
Sticks are super, super light. He sourced out some really lightweight carbon fiber. Draw down to that back one again.
Ei, ma arvan, et on okei, kuna seda on lihvitud praegu juba. Väga ilusamaid. 13 täpselt.
Läheb.
Vett näeb tuleb.
Ja jääb ilusti peit.
Some great draws there.
Should curl here.
Knock the broom over, Dennis.
Time for a big hit from Dennis.
Good to good.
I'm going to find out exactly what good to good means.
Sinna peale.
Come up a few times now with this Canadian team, especially the last couple games.
We know it's a good feedback. Good on the broom, good on the weight.
Pehme tundub. See pigem, oi. Pigem jah, ta läheb sinna ette, aga
Jääd üle läks. 16.
Yeah.
Nicely in line with their shot stone, but quite high. Mark doesn't like it there. Time to get rid of that one.
Should run the center line here for a bit.
Yeah.
Knock the broom over, Dennis.
Ah, way wide. Come on.
This could be trouble for the Canadians here.
Okay.
Does get a tick and
Just moves it over.
save a potential troubling situation elsewhere, but it's again a miss, giving the Estonians an opportunity.
Dennis has had 2 shots there while he's been full, wide on the broom.
no lähme. Lauri. Läheb. 12-8.
Kiire.
It's great draw weight there.
And a second
Wow.
in for Estonia.
Some pressure here.
Okay.
Curly raw.
So 8.5.
8.5.
Ina's throwing her stone that has some movement to it. So Mark's going to make sure he gives her just a little more ice here. Team Canada has gotten feedback from Rachel Holman and John Morris. Mixed doubles team competed at the Olympics, shared some of their findings with the team.
Nice try.
8-4.
Canada, the
little more ice, eh?
one bronze medal at the Olympic Winter Games. Brad Gushu and the boys from Newfoundland
Paneme
and
tuleme samamoodi või
Labrador
paneme kaitse?
taking bronze in the men's.
Ah?
Proovime ette sinise peale.
Vaat see ette sinine ei aita enam, vaata kui nad löövad pihta, lähevad siia peitu, siis ta kogu aeg niimoodi tekib siin järjest rohkem.
pigem sama visa.
No paneme veel korra ette sinise peale.
Saame kaitse või?
ei, sinise peale.
Top country from the Olympics a couple of weeks ago, Sweden. Gold in the men's with Nicholas Sedin. Bronze with Anna Hasselborg. And then a bronze medal in the mixed doubles as well. And the wheelchair curling team is at the top of the table right now too.
They are curling really well.
Looking for a fourth medal between
14
the two
pool.
competitions.
Võiks selle liini kinni panna.
Well, the Canadians do have a tricky situation on their hands here.
Yeah, that was a
pretty
guard well
Okay.
placed,
We want to move the red one if,
covered.
If anything.
do you think it's there or no?
Sorry?
Do you think it's there?
I don't think so. Let me just think.
Coming through that port at the top.
I think you probably got to throw like a 7 to get through there.
Hey? I think we play it anyway across the face of that one. Eight and a half.
8.5.
Pretty tiny opening there for them to get through. Of course, moving the yellow guard is perfectly fine. John thinks you need to throw a 7 to get through there. I don't know that Ines is going to be throwing a 7.
Is there room through the port?
Shot on.
Good shot. Good shot.
That rock didn't move that way at all, eh?
No.
Red stone partially available now into skip stones. Another well-played end from the Estonians.
Very well played.
Despite their 2-5 record, they have
Madala tahaks
come to
panna,
play.
et- Ah? Või tulen sisse igaks juhuks või? Lauri. Või sama suunaga sisse tulla ka.
Võtan vähem suunda siis.
Mida?
Võtan suunda vähemalt.
Very, very specific about his lineup and making sure that everything's where it needs to be before he delivers the stone.
Andrei. Neliteist kaks.
Nice of this one.
Ta peab saama õige koha peal, siis on hea.
Curled a little more.
Tuli hea koha peal.
Another great guard, making it really difficult to get at shot stone there.
I think we run it. Okay. Nose.
Okay. Like that.
Yeah.
Well, wait.
I think 8.5. Ines finished here.
Okay. So I can be positive on it?
Yeah, you can be positive.
Trying to go red on red here on the run back. Not an easy shot.
John's getting a lot of difficult shots these days.
And this
worked
time
out.
he's got it.
What a great shot.
Big shot from Thurston, getting Canada out of some trouble.
Great shot, Johnny.
That ought to feel good for John.
Looks like Canada lying the 2 with a stone left for each country in the third.
This one's got to get way under cover, or else Canada is looking for a big end here.
Andrei, EST. Tehke võitu, aga kui läheb, siis kukub ilusti. 3. Kukub ära.
Not quite enough weight.
13-6 oli.
Well, a shot biting on the 8-foot ring is going to be good for 3.
What are you thinking out here for weight?
I think 1275 is still good.
Like it?
13.
Big opportunity for the Canadians right now.
Should get a pretty good ride out here, I think, still.
Okay.
Lots of house for John to draw
12.75.
to, and backing if need be. Looking for a rock timed at 12.75 between the hog lines.
Last stone in the third end. Opportunity for the Canadians.
1275.
Exactly what Mark asked for.
And Thurston
Weight almost.
delivers. Count the 3 for Canada, and they jump back in front. Now 4-2, and this time throwing the last rocks. Thurston making a big impact, and Canada up by a pair.
ilus kuramuse duubel tuli.
Tuli jah, siit duubli said kätte.
Ja.
Jah, usku. Davai. Naudime.
Naudime.
Jah.
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 Into the fourth end with Canada leading by a count of 4-2. And the Canadians were chasing in the third, Sonia, but a couple of big stones, especially that run back from
Nice
John
weight,
Thurston.
Marco.
Big shot John, they call him.
Yeah, it's a good name for him. He certainly gives us some big shots
No,
when it's needed.
proovime jälle ära lüüa või?
No proovime. No naudime mängu siis. Tuleb, mis tuleb.
Kaitse selle suuna peal.
Kuwaitma, I thought he would be in business, looking like a steal for sure. But that run back totally changing things around. Katlin Riedebach curling 88% through 3 ends. Top curler on Estonia.
Väga ilus, Katrin.
98.
The out turn, this rock curls, so give me a little more ice.
Okay.
Yeah,
Smooth 9?
yeah. Smooth 9 should curl. Don't like that.
You want it back?
No, it's okay.
Mark just struggling to get his hand right on the stick the way he needs to. Mark's a C7 quadriplegic.
Ines is doing the same on her.
So he has
It's good.
limited hand function due to a spinal cord injury at the cervical
baseball.
spine,
Ah,
On base.
7th
all days,
vertebrae.
yeah.
But he's figured out how to overcome that challenge.
Nii palju aega.
Like the out turn here.
Väga hea punkt.
Caitlin is having a great game. 100% on her takeouts and 85 on her draws. Wow.
Game's top curler so far for the Estonian lead.
Should run nice here. This is where I did the hit and roll.
Right at it.
Knock the broom over.
Oh, this is really wide again.
Dennis struggling
It's gonna curl
to
off.
hit the broom.
No, get over.
Just coming up wide on his last 3 hits.
Okay.
Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. It's not like Dennis.
Tundub nagu oleks, aga ta äkki võtab kinni, jääb kuskile taha peale.
13.
13, super.
I think we know what it's doing here. Same weight, 8.5.
Gonna take an extra second to get lined up and
Right at it.
make sure that he hits the broom.
There you go. Nice throw.
Some extra feedback and motivation
Does it
from his
enough?
teammates.
Enough.
Almost.
8:53. So
Now the Canadians certainly need Dennis Thiessen to be at his best, and came very close to a terrific shot.
Kolm 13 pool võiks olla. Läheb, läheb,
ei,
läheb.
see läheb vist 12
ei ole okei on.
Estonia just
12-8.
putting one rock after the other in the house.
Stop, stop, stop.
Go on the nose, Ein.
vaid Mikk tuleb kaasa.
And Sonia, each team has an alternate. And for the Canadians, it's Kalinda Joseph of Ottawa. We saw her play earlier in the round robin against South Korea, and it's a role that you know well throughout your long career as well. How important is the alternate to success in a long tournament like the Paralympics?
The alternate actually is a really important position on the team. You really have to be ready at any given moment to play. You never know what's going to happen. One of the teammates needs to come off the ice for whatever reason, or during a game, or the next game coming up and you haven't thrown a rock for a while. So you always have to be ready to slide in any given moment, and often those are pressure moments. So it's a really, really important role to play, and also be okay when you're not playing, and be that supportive teammate. And
Läheb, kui ta nüüd kinni ei jää. 13,5. Ta võiks serva
collect
peale
information
jääda
for your
ja ei veni välja.
fellow teammates about what you see going on out there. Feedback for them.
And you mentioned stepping in and playing well, and that's exactly
He
what
was
Kalinda
also
did.
positive, so 8.5.
8.5.
I like this ice.
77% against South Korea in her Paralympic debut. Certainly impressive.
Yeah, and when you're someone who just wants to be out there and play, it can be really hard sitting out, itching to get out on the ice.
Second stone from Ina Forrest.
Yeah, you got a piece of it. It's curling. You got it. You got it. You got it.
And a clean house.
Ei ole midagi. Hea, et see meil seal olemas on.
Wide open for you, John.
Yeah.
Läheb.
Andrei, tule siiapoole ära ka. Kiire või?
See läheb läbi.
jah, 11 midagi.
See läheb läbi. Jah, 11.8
esimene
oli
lühikene
see.
kiire.
Kui võtab ühe, mul on ka hea meel.
Oh, a miss from
Meie võtame.
Yeah.
Murasov, the vice skip for Estonia. Big start for John Thurston in this game. Says he loves the pressure moments. Starting to really embrace that in his Paralympic debut.
Yeah, he is mentally tough, a steady and stable player for sure. Struggled there for a bit, but he's back on track now.
Attaboy, John.
And if the Canadians are to make a run for the medals, they will need him to be spot on just to make it into the top four.
Jah, nii on küll. Keera.
Kuwait Maya Tricky start, 38% in the game.
What weight? 9.
What's it gonna do here? Kick.
His was a 9. He just threw there. Okay. 8, 9.
Can I be positive?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, you can now.
John getting all the information he needs before he throws the stone.
Looks lovely.
Looks really good.
Looks really, really nice, John.
Really nice, John.
Beautiful shot.
Really nice.
And there is the hit and stick.
Good shot.
Well thrown takeout. Holding Estonia to 1. Heading into the 5th then with the hammer if all goes well.
Final stone in the 4th end. It's a hit and stick for Kuwait Mai. And a 4-3 lead, so Canada getting the job done. Estonia electing to score 1 point. And we're halfway through in draw 14. Canadians in a race for the top 4 and hold a 4-3 lead over Estonia heading into the 5th.
There's our one lone Canadian fan sitting up there, Sari Chatriel. She's the team physiotherapist. And we were talking earlier at some point what the team does between games, and that's another activity that takes place. Sari will treat anybody that needs to be treated.
I don't know if this is the opportunity. Why don't you just let Mike hit it as hard as he possibly can?
Freeze, Mike. Freeze. Good. Very, very good, guys. Very good. Very good. comfy out there?
Perfect.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
At the beginning, not so good, but
Yeah.
now it's better.
Okay. Really good, guys. I love that.
No, you sorted it after that.
So, more like this much, you think, for hits then? Like we've been about there?
Or my,
For you're going to go the other turn and we'll see?
yeah, I think I'll throw my internal nice and positive.
Okay.
If we get
Hammer here, important to score next, right? So find a way to keep rocks deep in the deep tolerances, keep her in the house is fine. Yep. Faster after the mop. So faster after the mop.
Faster.
After the mop.
I was 82, so I'm switching.
you're taking my first draw.
Yeah,
You can switch and go tell them.
on my first rock.
Can you, Dennis, you might as well go tell them.
So which number of hers? The, her first rock. The second row or first row?
So that's the story after 4 ends. Team Canada with the biggest end. 3 in the third to open up a 4-3 advantage. Canadians have hammer in the 5th. A deuce for Estonia, but apart from that, the Canadians looking comfortable, Sonia.
Yeah, they are looking comfortable. Just noticing that Ina and Mark are switching rocks around.
John, can you have me, man?
Zo is een goeie, ja.
Oh, sorry, minu viga.
At 5 and 3, the Canadians chasing a spot in the top 4.
18-8.
Right there with Slovakia and Latvia. At this point, looking like 2 spots available for 3 teams. So the Canadians needing a win against Estonia. And also needing a strong performance against Norway on day 6 to close out the round robin. A 6-4 record would be leaving their destiny in the hands of the curling gods.
Yeah.
And sometimes those gods can be cruel.
You don't want to do that.
Nice weight, Mark.
A 7-3 record would be much more comfortable and would very likely lock in a spot in the semifinal.
Later.
Right you are, Matt.
Olympiada.
The rock feels all right.
Yeah.
Maittojat.
Ojan.
Mark's rock sliding a little bit deeper than he had hoped.
Pigem kiire.
Ja pala peale pannud.
Ei ole, ma ei usu.
12,
Meil on 12,
12.
4.
Vaata, kus jääb valge peale punase äärde. Tuuli.
Yeah, I think so.
That was 1289.
Unless we try the tick chaser.
Well,
What do you
let's
want?
play down to it.
You're just drawing or
Making
not
feel
chasing,
Yeah.
eh?
No.
think 1275, 13.
Yeah, 1275.
You heard Mick Lismore, the Canadian coach at the Bricks, saying how important it is, emphasizing the fact that Canada should and needs to score in this fifth end.
siia.
jah.
13 kuskil.
Okay. Well.
Läheb. Mait. Läheb. Kukub.
Estonia just continuing to draw after draw.
Kukub.
Just another great shot.
So straight, right, in turn, right there. 8.5.
Time to uncover the guard and get access to those red rocks at the back of the house.
That was like good to good this time.
That worked out quite well for Dennis.
So this time I came in though.
Few red rocks moving at the back. Canadian yellow also leaves.
No ma ei tule. 19.43.
See on lahja nii. Arvad küll. On lahja.
13.4.
Läheb. Läheb.
Nicely in line with that backstone.
Okay.
8.5. 8.5?
Yeah.
Okay.
So going after the backstone, and
Nice and smooth.
if for some reason you
Knock the broom over.
peel the
Right on my
guard,
broom.
that's all good too. Dennis getting a lot of encouragement from John and Mark.
Hold up. Hold up.
Hit the broom, and he seems
Great
to be
throw,
back.
Dennis.
He's back hitting the broom.
Ei, mis me kaitseme, lähme sisse.
Just over curling a tad at the end.
Yeah.
Mis sa arvad?
Juurde, ütles Lauri. Ütlesid või?
Tuleb siitpoolt. Tuleb siitpoolt.
Võib ette valge peale ka tulla.
No Lauri, tule.
Estonian front end of Ridabak and
Läheb.
Matas curling quite well, 86 and 81% respectively.
13 oli muidu kiirus.
They are curling really well.
In fact, Estonia has the advantage over Canada in the overall numbers,
Suunas läks sisse palju.
70 to 66.
13 oli kiirus, ta läks peale läinud.
Thurston top Canadian at
We try
84%.
the double peel. Hey?
Okay.
Yeah.
For the draw.
What's that?
Hey?
Double peel.
Double peel.
Ina's got to throw some
Can't
big
see up
weight
close.
here. Going for the double peel.
Is this my rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It should,
where do you want me to hit it?
it should act
Just a little
normal.
high?
Where's she hitting it?
Half a rock
Half a rock.
Half a rock. Okay.
or 3/4 high.
So Ina and Mark has switched rocks, so just confirming that that's the one she's throwing first. So Mark knows
Shot.
the ice to call.
Drop a little.
Okay.
Good.
So yeah.
Bit left that time?
Lead 3.
Yeah.
Давай.
Going after that back stone.
Maidi.
Sirgelt läks. Võttis ikka.
Võiks nüüd peale jääda, ei jäänud.
Ei jäänud teha midagi teha.
Still 2 rocks away from getting at this one.
Yeah.
Canada
No
really
tõmbasid
wanting
selle-
to score on this end.
Heel or try a double run.
We can play a split on that one. Play a split on that. If we come by it, we'll get this one.
Okay.
Just 12.
Sorry?
12.
12?
12?
Oh.
11 and a half. I like 12.
So looking to play a split on the yellow in the 12-foot. And if she happens to get by, she'll end up on top of shot rock, moving it back. So 12 seconds, just a little bit
Nice and positive
faster
line.
than a T-line weight.
Stay up there.
Got 12-9. Okay.
Way too light.
Wow, 12-9.
Well, that Estonian shot rock causing some
Võtame
problems
inniga, kuule.
for the Canadians.
Peab peale viskama, jah?
Ei, ma proovin sinna ette kaitse panna.
Kaitset, jah, davai.
Teine variant on muidugi see kollane ära lüüa. Mis sa arvad, või see on liiga riskantne?
Liiga riskantne.
Ja las ta olla, paneme kaitse.
Ta jookseb siia, siis on.
Paneme kaitse.
Keeran sulle, oota, Andrei. Ole rahulik.
Looking to put up a guard and remove that port there, access to the top yellow. Eliminate the run back.
No Andrei, tule eest.
Looks like he's got the right guard weight.
15-1.
It's going to work out quite nicely for him.
jah, jäi nurga all vähemalt lüüa.
I think we just try to split this. Or top.
Kind of weight are you seeing with that, though?
Like, I like that like 12. I still like it. You got to keep it in the ring. Just move it out of the way.
I know, I don't. I think I get to nose. Like, I don't think I hit it.
You get the nose?
Well, I'm just saying at 12, I think curls too much to split. Like, it doesn't look like a big hole from here.
Sometimes you need to take a look at it from the other end. John's just not seeing.
Open that side up at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of weight.
I think like 8.5.
Okay.
Some really good discussion there.
Oh, we could tap it. I mean, it could go back there, right?
If we get our own, so be it. At least we'll open it up. 8.5.
Okay.
Well, hoping to promote the yellow into the rings. That Estonian shot rock has been a thorn
What do you think
in the
it's gonna do
Canadian
here?
side all end long.
It's going to curl up a bit. We need just off nose high.
Yeah, it's just curling out of my hand.
It's all right.
Don't know that John was convinced of the shot.
It's okay. It's good.
But the second option is opening it up, and that's what happened. So definitely have access to it now, depending on where Estonia places their next guard.
selle abijoone peale kaitse, jah?
Ta peaks natuke abijoonest sinna olema, et vahelt läbi ei tule. Et vahelt läbi ei tule nad.
lihtsalt küsin, miks asetust ei taha teha.
jääb nurk sisse, lööb ära.
Või võtame kollase, teil on kahtlane ära võtta.
mida?
Ei midagi.
No nii, tule meist ära.
Big fifth end.
keerab raisk.
Pisut sees oli.
sees ei olnud, ma arvan.
Canadians fighting for points. And this
Ja tule eest ära.
looks to be a little bit light.
Really curled way too much. And you're right, Matt. Just
Didn't get over the hog line, so
didn't even get
Canadians
over.
catch a break.
1275?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, exactly.
Maybe a chance to score two, but preventing the steal is priority number one.
got to get down in front of that shot rock.
1275.
Yeah.
Big shot for Thurston. He's been great so far through the first four ends. Last stone in the fifth. Canadians facing one.
12-7.
Looks
Yeah,
like
no, you're
he's
good.
got the
Beautiful
weight.
draw, John.
It's a great shot.
And the Canadians draw for one. John Thurston grabbing part of the button and a wave to the crowd. He's feeling it tonight. But the Canadians
Yeah, I just didn't see that. split.
ahead
It's
5-3. Close affair with Estonia. Off to the sixth we go.
Kicker one, that's good.
jah.
rohkem tuleb seda.
ei, asetuse, et oleks lühikeseks jäänud, siis oleks ette.
had some feedback from some of Team Canada's athletes that the accessibility in the Paralympic Village is really good. Their apartments are lots of room. Washrooms are accessible. Their beds are electric. They go up and down. So the Beijing organizing committee has done a really good job with the accessibility and creating a barrier-free environment.
Jah, ma arvan ka. 10 jah?
Jah.
Paralympic Games use all the same venues as the Olympic Games. So we're curling in the same venue as Team Gushu and Team Jones. And our mixed doubles team.
The same venue, 14 years earlier, Michael Phelps won 8 gold medals at the Summer Olympic Games. 2008, Beijing, the only city to host a winter and a summer affair. 50-meter pool that has been completely drained and filled with a very complex floor structure built on scaffolding, concrete blocks. Quite the establishment. It has a great cooling system because it is warm in Beijing. Up towards 20 degrees Celsius at the moment.
Okay. 9:25. Wait.
Selamat.
Minu viga. Siit ma ei teagi.
Ei ole midagi, noh.
We haven't seen that
13,
from
eh?
1275.
Caitlin.
1275. I like it.
Okay, so they were telling us watch our time. I said, yep.
Rita Bach serves as a board member on the Estonian Association of People with Reduced Mobility, doing great work in her country, on and off the ice. Lots still to be done around the world in terms of accessibility.
Round's not bad.
There sure is a lot of work to be done around accessibility.
12-7.
Certainly feel like sometimes we need to be farther and ahead than we are. It's the environment that creates barriers for us. Our wheelchairs are our ticket to freedom and independence, and if our environment is barrier-free, then we can move around and be independent like everybody else. It's often just that set of stairs or a 4-inch curb that is causing us the problems, not our wheelchair. And the 30-inch high beds in the wheelchair accessible rooms, they can barely get up on.
That is certainly a challenge.
Oops, sorry.
That's all right.
A little light.
Yeah, she's just tight.
14-2. Sorry.
Okay.
Canadians do need to be on their guard here.
14.
Right now, Estonia, the hammer in the 6th.
They do. It's a close game.
Tuleme sellise suunaga, et
And there's still 3 ends to go.
Proovime alumise, jah?
nojah, ühesõnaga, et kuna siin on nii suur vahe, on ju, et kui lööb ülemise 10-ga, on ju. 10-ga. Jah.
Canadians did trail briefly in this game, 2-1 after the second end, but scored 3 in the third. Haven't trailed since then, but still very much hanging in the balance.
It's a great shot, just got by that guard.
What way? Should curl nice here. I'm with this rock.
Device skip for Team Canada. And a Forrest.
Got it. Shot.
Good shot, man.
Follows Montas right down.
Well, if it moves, it's obviously going to move.
Murasov.
No niin. Lauri.
His goal is to help Estonia break into the top 6 in the world when it comes to wheelchair curling.
Just come around the other side and
He was very tight on the guard, but popped out the other side.
Just maybe not enough ice or got narrow on the broom.
Well, if we go the other way,
13.
It's an opportunity for Canada.
Yeah, I like 13.
13,
13.
Looking for a 13-second stone. It's the timing of the stone speed between hog lines. Wheelchair curlers rely on their stopwatches
Nice line.
to time every rock and keep on top of the speed of the ice. It's really important to catch when the ice changes, either speeds up or slows down.
Good shot. Good shot.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful draw by Anna. Right in behind cover.
No niin, Lauri, minä. Yhdeksän yli.
Võtab ära ülemise, võtab ülemise. Ei võtab selle, käib kuskil taha.
The Estonia team is clearly liking
How about
that
the other way?
GTX head
Just
as well.
so you can see half of it.
Which way would they like?
Using it to its full potential and getting lots of
I think
rotation
they
on the
want to come this
stones.
way.
Yeah.
Think it. Got a good read on the ice. Yeah. 13.
Yeah.
What do you think it'll do here?
You'll curl nice.
This is Ina's draw to the button.
Yeah, my draw to the button would curl that.
Yeah.
It's gonna should get back to center. 13.
Thurston dominant, throwing the 4th stones. But Canada still in a tight affair with Estonia. Estonia making its Paralympic debut in wheelchair curling. Already a couple of wins for the country here. Giving Canada a tough game.
Bump and stay up.
It's got a little bit light on that.
What'd you think of line?
Shot.
5.
No line.
Oh, tight. Just good to good.
see oli viimane oli tal 14-1.
13-8 sai minna.
Leaving room for Estonia to get in there.
Two big rocks for the Estonian skip. Koitmäe, the team captain and one of the flag bearers for Estonia in the opening ceremony. We've seen quite a few curlers have that honor throughout the round robin. Maybe we'll highlight a few of those.
Yeah, definitely.
Comes up short of the house.
1275.
1275.
A little bit more broom because it's got to get around that guard. Okay.
Maybe a chance for the Canadians to sit two and force a bit of a pressure cooker for that man right there. Thurston came up light on his last shot.
Good throw.
That's really good, John. What was the weight? 13?
Looks like he's got the weight now and the line.
Oh, that's beauty.
And there's the curl at the end. The finish.
Beautiful
Biting
throw.
the button.
That's a 5.
Very nice drop.
Mis aeg oli?
And Estonia in some trouble.
Making it very difficult for Estonia right now.
viimase kivi aeg, mis oli?
Proovime seda punast edasi lükata või? Seda oma punast.
Run that top red one back.
Tough shot, and the best outcome is just the one.
It is a tough shot for sure. It's there, but it is a
Ta peaks
tough
tabama.
shot.
Vähe põhimõtteliselt jah. Muidugi see risk, et
natuke siiapoole, mitte otse peale.
Kollastesse ei pane.
So here it is, attempting the run back. Final stone, 6th end. Canada has put the pressure on. Run back won't go. And the Canadians pick up a big steal of 2 to increase the lead. Well played in from the Canadians.
I knew that path is really nice.
7-3. Canadians in charge.
Vaikselt, aga kindlalt.
3 vaja.
Vaikselt, aga kindlalt.
Second time that Canada steals in this one.
Okay.
Steal of 1 in the first, steal of 2 in the 6th. Canadians lead by 4, and Sonia in excellent position to secure a second win, an all-important second win on day 5.
Yeah, they've certainly got themselves in a good position right now. Had a bit of a slow start, but after the break came on strong.
Good.
Took a long time to get there.
Pool.
Ball and base.
Jah.
Ka 12, noh, 12 pool võib ka olla, vahet pole.
Any red in the house now? We're going to see Canada just taking a run at it.
Kiirust on. Lühikeseks ta ei jää.
Not a high percentage for Canada in this one, 65% as a team, but they've really made some key shots when it's mattered.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smooth 9?
Smooth 9. Smooth 9. Touch. Yeah, that looks pretty good.
Yeah, I like it. Half rock's good.
John and Mark have been really consistent on their draws.
It's good. Jam it. Jam it and roll it.
Jam
Okay,
at
Marco,
the back.
you got rid of backing. Yep. Just a little tight.
Yep.
Kuskile siia.
Yeah. Ball and base.
Mida?
Ball and base.
Nice.
Yeah.
See oli mul 12.
Jah. Nüüd peaks põhimõtteliselt sama olema. 12,5 pigem. Kiirust on vist, jah.
Ridabak still the top curler in this game.
Ja pigem
Just under
tundub
80% by a hair.
Just throwing something right into the house. I may want to think about putting up some corner guards here.
We'll hit this one for now. Uh, 8.5.
Nice and smooth, Dennis.
Right at it.
Knock the broom over, Dennis. Nice throw. Nice throw.
Canadians needing a couple of takeouts. They get one from Thiessen.
Siit pool. 9.
Yeah.
hoian. Mait teist. Läheb.
Ise ka või?
Vist ise ei taha jääda.
Ei jää.
Ei jääda. Ei ole.
8-7.
8-7.
75. Sul läks ise pool.
8.5.
Dennis was inducted into the Canadian
Good
Curling
finish
Hall
here.
of Fame in 2019.
It's outside the 8 foot.
Smooth 8.5. Knock the broom over.
Right
Dennis.
at it.
an honor that he holds very dear to his heart, I know. Curls at the Assiniboine Curling Club in Winnipeg.
I like the throw.
And his daughter Katrina
Really like the
competed
throw.
in the Manitoba Scotties Tournament of Hearts.
Shot.
Big curling family on the prairie.
Yeah, his daughter Katrina is a psych nurse.
Yeah.
And Dennis has 2 granddaughters, Julie and Livy. Daughters from his son Michael.
Midagi teha ei ole. Joppaa voidaan.
96.
And flash from the Estonians. Some more trouble as we move into third stones.
12:25. 12:75.
Last
12:75. Yeah, I like the time. Good to good, eh? Nice weight.
I'm encouraging the Rock to keep moving. We don't have sweeping in wheelchair curling, so we encourage the Rocks with our voices. Not that it helps.
Wow, some teams really get into it.
As we know, China does.
Piste keera tagasi. Arvad keerata.
Second one from Murasov.
Ei jäänud.
9-2.
Ära seal kuule.
Gonna run pretty good here. 8.5.
Several of these countries during the pandemic had to pass through the B World Championships, and that included Canada in 2019. Won the gold, earned a promotion back to the upper echelon. They won silver the next year in 2020, finished 5th at the World Championships in 2021, and were held in China. Last Canadian world title, 2013. Sonia, you were a big part of that.
You're gonna have to eat some more wheats.
Yeah, some amazing memories from the games in 2013 and 2014 that I'll have for a lifetime.
It's a tough field when it comes to wheelchair curling.
And Ina was inducted into the Canadian Curling Hall of Fame in 2016.
Kohe vaatame.
13.
13 või?
Ta võiks ilusti sinna mitte üle keerata, mine ilusti.
Ja, väga ilus, väga ilus, väga ilus. No jäi nõks ülespoole.
Team Canada making it hard for any Red Rocks to stick around anywhere.
Okay. What do you think it'll do here?
I'm not sure.
On.
Mitu head lööki on lõpus teinud. Tuubli tegi.
Should curl.
Fourth rocks. Jamming back on the yellow. Still Canada line 1.
8-2.
Okay.
It still moved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one moved a lot just at the end there.
kuule ilusti jäi sinna.
Täpselt niimoodi, jaa.
Estonia looking to move that yellow stone and sit 2.
That could get them right back in it.
It could.
no tule natuke rahulikum, aga võta seal sinnapoole.
Couple of big rocks for the Estonian.
keerab üle
Estonian
hoopis.
skip Koitmäe
Liiga rahulik.
nii rahulikuga tulin, jah.
trying to keep his team in it.
Andrei tule eest.
And that is not going to help.
Tulin rahulikuga.
Now it's the Canadians a chance to lie a couple.
mul oligi plaanis 10 poole.
No,
I like the draw.
I like the draw.
1275.
Okay.
T-line.
Thurston has
Mine
really
was
had his
curled
drawaways.
here, but it was good to good.
He definitely has. Almost 100% on his draws. Just that one came up short.
So here is the Canadians' last rock in the 7th, up by 4.
12-5.
Perfect.
And he's got it again. And after the Estonian miss, Canada lying 2. When he is on, he's on.
He's on. He's where he needs to be.
Canadians, I'm sure, would just love to capture that in a bottle, all that good energy, and say, don't go anywhere. The most important games are still to come, hopefully. Of course, from a Canadian perspective, trying to make the top 4. Estonia looking to play a little bit of spoiler. Last rock. Another tough situation.
That one is really curling on him.
And not going to
It's
work
gonna
either.
over curl.
Another steal of 2 for the Canadians. It's a 9-3 score.
Läks suuna peale 9.
Me rohkem ei mängi.
Another well played in by the Canadians.
Some conversation there. Perhaps the team is looking to shake.
And that's it. handshakes. Big Canadian win to close out day number 5. It's a 2-0 day, and Sonia, the Canadians certainly needed that.
They really did need that. There's such a... So many teams up there tied for the top 4, 5, 6 positions. Team Canada really needed this win.
Stealing 3 ends, 1 in the first, 2 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, making life difficult for the Estonians. 1 more game left in the round robin. Canada 6-3, closing in on a spot in the semifinal.
Hi, everybody.
Thanks for coming.
See you guys.
So now our attention, Sonia, turns to the standings board. Where will the Canadians finish up at the end of day 5? Last check, the Americans helping out the Canadians, an 8-5 lead right now for the United States, who could maybe try and sneak in the back door. Right now a 3-4 record for the US, but Latvia at 4-3. So if that score stands, that would help the Canadians in their quest for a top 4.
Yeah, it would.
Slovakia plays a couple of times on day 6. Canada just has the 1 game, but a 6-3 record brings them up with the People's Republic of China and Sweden. And there is that race for 4th. Slovakia, Latvia, Norway likely out of it with the 4-5 record. But again, maybe 6-4 with a little help from a tiebreaker might be good enough. The Canadians, of course, hope not to find out the hard way.
No, it would be nice it would be nice to not have to be in a tiebreaker for sure.
Hello.
Big game from John Thurston. Terrific all game long, especially on some key last stones. Finishes 75%, 88% with his 8 draws. Canada's next game on day 6, as we mentioned, is against Norway. Won't be an easy game. It starts 8:35 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday night. We'll see you then.